Hi. Um, I just wanted to talk about today something that I did nearly a week ago now, and that was go see for the first time in my life one of my favorite bands, Foo Fighters, on nearly a week ago now, on the 27th of June this year, which at the time of recording is 2024. I don't know what's going to be like in 10 years from now, so obviously just trying to clarify that. Um, Wearing the t-shirt I got here. Pretty cool. Very nice material actually as well, and it's an American size as well. So it's going to fit me. I mean, originally I wanted to get like an extra large because that's the size I usually get in UK. But American size. I mean, I'm glad I didn't get American size extra large. Otherwise, it would have been like a dress. Because Americans, they're like the average American is like 50% cheese. I think I could be wrong in that slightly. Just like in slight number, but I think that's the rough scientific about it. 50% cheese, not just cheese, obviously. Got a lot of like processed hot dog meat in there as well. But I digress. Back to Foo Fighters, and it was awesome. I mean, my lungs were actually vibrating, and I saw them at Villa Park Stadium, Birmingham, which is pretty cool. Birmingham, as you know, is like the mecca of heavy metal. It's where Black Sabbath are from. So that's the mecca of heavy metal in my book, Birmingham. So it's like a pilgrimage for me. You know how some people go on a pilgrimage to the actual Mecca in, I think it's in Saudi Arabia, could be one. Or the people, or Christians, they go to Lourdes, in which I think is somewhere in France, northern France. It might be in Belgium. I don't know. No, no, and I know that some lonely middle-aged men go on a pilgrimage to Las Vegas because they're delusional and think that they can do good there, which is wrong because the house always wins, which I learnt after playing Fallout New Vegas. But again, I digress. Um, and there was again the concert was awesome. That's just focusing on the Foo Fighters, and they had two like sort of guest performers at Foo Fighters when I saw them 27th of June, Villa Park, Birmingham. First of these was Geezer Butler himself, the man who invented this, the devil horn hand gesture. I saw him play. I mean, I thought that the I was born too late to see Black Sabbath perform. Because really, I'm only at the age now to see concerts and stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm never going to see Black Sabbath anymore. I mean, they're all like in their 70s now. I mean, most of them. I mean, Ozzy, for example, he's retired, I think. He's completely 100% retired from performing. And I think I'm pretty certain that I thought most of the other Black Sabbath members, they're not far off either. So I'm like, well, I'm never going to see any of them play. So see Geezer Butler go on stage at Villa Park Stadium, a place he knew. I've read his autobiography, Into the Void, which is a great book, by the way. I highly recommend. And I know that he literally grew up only a few streets away from Villa Park. He used to like sneak into that stadium to watch Aston Villa play. I mean, which I know is a team he loves a lot, so it would have meant a lot for him to play in that stadium. So I was like really, really happy I got to see him play, but I was also in a weird way really happy for him as well. Because I know he's a great bloke in general as well. I know he does lots of like charity work for animals and stuff. I mean, he was actually a vegetarian before he even knew what that word meant. I mean, he just decided one day he didn't like eating meat. Before it was a bit disgusting to eat rotten meat, like the rotting remains of a dead animal. A bit disgusted by that. Can't say I blame him. I mean, I'm not a vegetarian or vegan myself, but I hugely respect anyone who does go that path. Because I think it's a very good lifestyle choice. And the oh god, mine's gone blank. Sorry. And I mean, I'm reading his autobiography, which I've already mentioned, Into the Void. He he didn't know what a vegetarian was, didn't know what that word was until he tried ordering, when he was at a restaurant in Japan, I think, I could be wrong, and he tried just ordering some rice. The waiter went, vegetarian. I'll go get you a special menu, sir. And that was when Geezer Butler first heard that word, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, pretty great bloke, Geezer Butler, and it's great seeing him play. They played Paranoid, which, again, great song. I thought they played it really well. I love it. I took a video recording of that song, but it was very low quality. Instead of putting that on YouTube, I think I'm just happy keeping that as a personal thing. I mean, if someone says in the comments that they would want to see that footage, then I'll be happy to put that on YouTube. I'm sure you'll be able to find better footage of that somewhere else on YouTube. That was awesome because Foo Fighters will never play Paranoid quite that way ever again. That was awesome just to listen to that song. And Dave Grohl himself did a pretty good job on vocals, I might add, on Paranoid. I hope they do a recording of it, which I know isn't likely, but it'd be pretty cool to hear nonetheless. And then the second and final guest performer that night was Shane Hawkins, who's of course the son of the late great Taylor Hawkins. And that was pretty great. I thought Shane did great on drums. Speaking of drums, I think the new drummer for Foo Fighters, who I'm ashamed to say I can't remember off the top of my head at this moment in time. This is a very impromptu video because that's how I do things. I don't really script out a video or anything like that. I'm going to take my glasses off because it's reflecting on this screen of the phone. And I thought the new drummer Foo Fighters have got, I can't remember his name again, I'm sorry if you're offended by that, if he's watching this, which is very unlikely. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Pretty certain he used to be a part of Pearl Jam. I could be wrong. And he did a great job on drums. It was all very energetic. I thought everyone in general, Foo Fighters performed really well, as usual. And Shane Hawkins, who I'm going to get back to, he did a great job on drums. I think he played drums for This Is a Call, which is apparently one of his favourite songs to play. That was towards the very end of the show. The last song they did was obviously Everlong. And I went to see the show with my dad. Dad, he took me to see it, which was pretty cool. I think that was his fourth Foo Fighters concert. And he enjoyed listening to that song. I think that's one of his favourite Foo Fighters songs. And it was a great show. I hope one day I get to see Foo Fighters again. I hope to get a bit more culture in my life and see more musical acts in general. Personally for me, a dream at the moment is to maybe one day go to get a bit more go to a heavy metal performance now. Because now I've gone to a rock concert, let's go to a heavy metal concert. Unfortunately, you don't really get a lot of heavy metal concerts in England, but I know there are places in Europe where you can get great heavy metal concerts, like Wacken Open Air. That's it. That's a great concert. I've seen some YouTube clips of different bands playing there, and I'd love to one day go there. I think that'd be pretty cool. And there's another one. I think it's Obscene Extreme. I've heard very good songs about that festival as well, so I'd like to one day go to that as well. But of course, we are talking years and years from now. At the moment, I am very poor, so not exactly in a position to go actually do any of these things. At the moment, my main dream is to save up money, get my own place, maybe even get a small dog, like a Boston Terrier, an American gentleman, as they often refer to as. And yeah, I mean that's all I have to say at the moment. I'm going to plan on posting a few more videos. I can plan on doing videos on me giving dating advice, which I know is probably a very terrible idea. I know I'm probably the last man on planet Earth you want to get dating advice from, but tough, you're probably going to get it from me. I'm like your father. You're going to get terrible dating advice, whether you like it or not, because I am very cruel to you. Also, I plan maybe doing exercise videos. I don't know why I want to do that. I just want to do it for some reason. I know you get a lot of people who are very toxic masculinity, a lot of toxic masculinity. I think, but personally, I'm of the opinion that it's possible to be masculine, but in a positive way. There's nothing wrong with exercising, like maybe putting together some rudimentary homemade weights. Like I know you can get like some people you like fill up empty plastic milk bottles, fill them up and just use them as weights. So I might do something like that one day. Just do some lifts, get turn myself into an Adonis, absolute Adonis. And it's just to emphasize that it's possible to be masculine, get very muscular, not muscular to the point where you might suddenly drop dead from a heart attack, but a bit more muscular than average. Because I think there's a line where, sort of like a line where you're a bit more muscular than average, which I think is like a good, healthy way to be in, like more athletic than average. But I think it's possible to get so muscular where your heart, it does take a negative toll on your body, specifically your heart. I don't want to be like that. I think it's impossible for me to be like that, to be honest. I am incredibly lazy, so I probably won't do any exercise videos. But if I do, you've been warned. Prepare to see this flabby thing bouncing up and down a lot, because that is what it's basically going to just end up as. Me being absolutely shit at exercise, which is, I hope you find very entertaining. I hope you laugh a lot at my I just noticed my hair's like parted a bit. It's like a gap here. Oh, that's weird. In case you haven't noticed, I'm also very distracted. I mean, I plan on like having a haircut soon. I mean, originally when I started filming this video, I was planning on just talking about Foo Fighters and stuff, but look where it's ended up at. And I feel I'll just end it here as an end of video. Well, I'm not going to get like, you know, I mean, don't be worried about me. Don't be worried about me. Just going to end the video here. Thank you very much if you've lasted this long. I appreciate your endurance. I have no doubt the Chinese government will be using these videos, forcing political dissidents to watch these videos, so they, as punishment for wanting democracy, because of how bad quality these videos are. And hopefully I see you again soon. Hopefully I do make more videos, and hopefully one day I become a viral meme. I do something stupid, become a meme. I get lots of money from it. Then I can conquer the world by starting my own cult. That it worked for Jesus, it worked for L. Ron Hubbard, it worked for Donald Trump, it shall work for me. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. If I just took a photo of myself somehow, how do I